Instead of having Shudder, I went to Walmart and I bought a DVD. So the review we're going to review today is Shudder Original on DVD, Destroy All Neighbors. Let's check it out. Okay, so first of all, how we're kind of nostalgic towards the whole Fangoria series on DVD or the 8 Films to Die For or something in those lines. I feel like eventually one of these days we're going to all be kind of nostalgic for the Shudder originals on DVD and Blu-ray, which brings up one problem. This movie here should have been on Blu-ray, but unfortunately it just made its way to DVD only at the local Walmart and DVD only online. Like, I actually waited and bought like It's a Wonderful Knife somewhere else because I wanted the Blu-ray copy of it. There's no Blu-ray of this, and there's no Blu-ray of the Elevator game that they also put out recently. So I'm assuming that eventually maybe some partner label, Vinegar Syndrome or something, might put these out. These are also distributed by RLJE Entertainment, which I believe used to be Image Entertainment back in the old days. But even though it says it's lo-fi, let's not cut it short. Let's put a Blu-ray of this thing out there. Nonetheless, you got this character right here who is in an apartment complex, and he's trying to finish a progressive rock album. So, I mean, if you're into that sort of stuff, I guess that's a little bit of an added bonus to you. And this weird character here shows up, and he's causing all kinds of trouble, all kinds of ruckus. And he goes to tell him to, turn his music down so he can finish his album. One thing leads to another, and he accidentally kills this guy, which of course leads to him accidentally killing several other neighbors and people he knows. And as he tries to make things right, things just get worse. And of course, this guy isn't just going to die, because obviously you can tell from his makeup that he's not a human, or at least, maybe it's all in Homeboy's mind. Whatever it is, he's haunted by the people he accidentally kills, and the movie just goes along as we watch him still, despite the fact that he's racking up a body count, he's trying his best to complete this album that he thinks is going to be perfect. Now, there is some stuff in this movie that I think is hilarious. There is some good gore scenes in this movie. And then, of course, there is some humor and stuff in this thing that I think falls flat. I think I mentioned on Letterboxd that if I was 21 instead of 41, I'd probably like a whole lot of this more than I actually did. But that being said, I still appreciate the gore of it. I appreciate some of the weirdness of it. Even though it feels like there is times when I feel like the people that made this movie or wrote this movie is just trying way too hard to be hip and clever. But there's a good cast. There's some pretty good little gags like that. That whole thing is kind of interesting when you watch it, and it's fun. It's fun. It's a 3 out of 5 for me. You get behind the scenes. You get interviews with Alex Winters. That was like a dude from Bill and Ted, by the way. He plays that guy. So yeah, he does a pretty good job on cast commentary. So they put a little effort into the DVD. I don't know why they couldn't be bothered to go ahead and just push it on through to the Blu-ray copy of it. There's your little slipcase you get. There was one time where all the Shudder DVDs that Walmart didn't sell made their way to the Dollar Tree, but I don't think that's probably happening again anytime soon, or at least it hasn't. And but nonetheless, if you want, you can get Shudder. You can probably watch it in HD, I'm sure, on Shudder. Or if you want to go collect the DVD of it, you can go pick up the DVD at Walmart if it's still there. They kind of get them in and get them out there when it comes to new stuff like this. I had trouble finding one with a good slipcover that wasn't dinged up, but that's beside the point. My point is, the story on Neighbors is fun, it's gory, it's different. It falls short of what it could have been, but maybe that's because it's more of a cruder, maybe younger type humor at this point that I'm just not really, reacting to. But it's definitely worth a watch if you want to check out something that feels a little different at least, and that's what this one is, if it's nothing else.